What's up, everybody? This is The Journey to Greatness. This podcast is to help create that spark that is needed in every man's life to get him started on whatever he wants to do in life. We all need some encouragement, someone to guide us. And today, I get to interview one of my best friends, the man who introduced me to MMA, who has helped me grow in my faith, the number 11th ranked MMA fighter in Illinois. Without further ado, here it is. First of all, the people watching right now, who are you and what do you want to do in life?
I'm Marco Delgadillo. Everything I'm doing in life that I want to do in life, I'm currently pursuing. I'm a union carpenter, and I fight at One Touch Fight Team Academy. And yeah, I met Johnny at the gym.
Yeah, that's where this whole journey of mine actually begins. You telling me, hey, come train MMA. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It sounds cool. I've always wanted to do it. So
I think it was like a while, like back and forth too. I like tried to keep convincing you. I was like, come on, dude, like come on, like come out, let's go. Because we worked out at Edge Fitness in Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
And I remember just like going up to you one day and being like, what's up, dog? And then like I just kept running into you at the gym, and we just hit it off ever since then.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like, just a little side story, but like I've noticed, like, I've heard about vibrational frequencies and how we all vibrate in a different like gigahertz or whatever it may be, and through that, like, we were able to attract the people who were meant to like run into. And also you get depending on the people who believe in God, you know, God puts people in our paths to help us grow or teach us a lesson. And that I didn't believe that, but the more that I like grow in faith and more that I kind of just allow myself to be guided, I meet people who I would have never imagined to meet if it wasn't honestly for you and telling me, hey, speak with your chest.
Say with your chest, dog.
With your chest. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, yeah. It's been great.
I think it like starts with a friend, like, you know, kind of like encouraging you, but like all props to you for like following through and like taking the step. I mean, that's like the hardest part, I think, is the first step of the 1,000-mile journey, right?
Yeah.
The first step's definitely the hardest. So
it's the scariest, and like a lot of people, they don't like failure. We know in the back of our heads, whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna fail at it. And I feel like we've been kind of like told, like, no, just do this, raise your hand, only talk when you're spoken to, this and that, and like it's like doctrinized in us, like, this is the only thing that you need to do. You need to follow this path. And the moment that you walk like stray away from that path, that's when the doubt comes in. That is honestly where growth is, though. Because if I didn't say, sure, I'll go train, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't be sitting here with you. So yeah, man, it's crazy what happens when you don't allow fear to kind of take control of you and you just take that step, like you said, and then give it a try. But yeah, man, I feel honored that I took that step and I met you especially.
Oh yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you, like, what is the biggest struggle that you have faced as a man?
Just like in life in general.
Yeah, in life. Like,
I would definitely say with like that little voice in the back of your head, you know, like just always not feeling good enough, or like feeling unworthy. I feel like that's something I like always struggles with. I feel like I always have to like constantly be working towards something, or like stuff like that, you know. And I think through faith, definitely that's like helped a lot, knowing that like, yeah, for sure, like knowing that everything that is meant for me, I can't miss, and everything that's like not meant for me, like if something goes wrong, that I'm just like, okay, wasn't meant for me, it's all good, like let's keep rolling. Yeah.
I feel like I personally, that voice, it's always loud. And it always is the thing that has held me back for a long time, because I also didn't surround myself with the right people. And I feel like if you don't do that, that voice is just loud, and it's the only voice that you can hear. So like surrounding yourself with the right people who tell you, hey, don't listen to that voice. You can do it, dude. Just believe in yourself and then get out of your head.
Right.
And through that, like, possibilities are endless. Like I believe we can honestly do whatever we want to do, just actually having faith and letting go of that fear. So yeah, man, I love that. It's
I mean, and also to go with that, like I remember us always talking. It's always like it's the two wolves, right? It's like one's chained up in the darkness, and the other one's like the good wolf that's like thrives in the sunlight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another one's like the evil one,
yeah,
and it's like whatever one that you feed
it's the one.
is the one that's going to survive, right?
Yeah.
So if like you keep listening to that doubt, like it's your own mind like playing tricks on you. Your own mind knows your like biggest weaknesses and everything like that, and it's just like, all right, well, like you said, I'm just going to take that first step and then see what happens, right? Like,
it's that first step. It's crazy, and I can't wait to see like what else kind of unfolds as you continue to take that first step on everything.
right.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I gotta ask you, what is your why? What is the thing that you always go to when, you know, that voice in the back of your head gets a little bit louder? It's telling you like, hey, you might not be able to do it.
Definitely my faith, man, for sure. Like, the past like 2.5 years have been like like it's been like an uphill like spiral for me. And like when I was at my lowest, I was like just divorced, like 270 pounds, and like just drinking, not hanging out with the right people, like not practicing self-discipline and stuff like that. And that was like a wake up to me. I was like, all right, like I've tried doing this, like living life for myself and like doing it the way that I thought was right, and like kind of just gave myself up to like my faith and like kind of following Jesus, and kind of like a weird combo, but like MMA too, you know, like that's really helped like pull me out of like a bad routine. It's really helped like my mental clarity. It's really helped with like the people that I surround myself with. You know, like we got Coach Brett, all of our teammates, like Coach Vinny, you know, like I feel like everybody there is kind of like,
they'll push you to do better.
Right, like everyone there.
They see your potential, so they're like, hey, man.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So like surrounding myself with like good people and like better eating habits and everything like that. So, but like going back to what you said, it's definitely my faith, you know, definitely like lean on my faith. And that's the thing that's like driving me. And my why is probably like has to do with my faith, and also like, you know, I always say in the back of my head, like all of our ancestors are like watching us, you know, like
can't let them down.
Yeah, like I had some ancestor like running away from some lion, so like
just so you can be here.
Right. Okay. So I got to make them proud, and of course like their family that's here currently as well. Yeah. That's a big driving factor, like my brother and sister for sure.
I feel like family plays like a big role in like a lot of people's lives. So yeah, man. And one quote that Coach Brett always says, like, you are what you eat. So yeah, mainly says that whenever I was eating pancakes or anything, like I would bring them. I was like, oh man, I'm a pancake. I can't eat pancakes anymore. And I haven't in a while, but yeah. Viktor Frankl says this: he who has a why could bear almost any how. So just having that why could get you, and paired with faith, man, it could get you through anything, really. If your why is strong enough, I mean, that voice in your head, you'll be able to quiet it or even sometimes shut it down. So yeah, man, we got to take that first step.
I totally agree with you. And I think that like the journey through the process of like taking that first step, and maybe like failing in that goal that you want to do. I think that's like has to do a lot of like refinement of like your character development. And I think that like, you know, like it's your own personal story and your character gets stronger like the more adversity that you face. You know, it's like we're literally in a video game, and like if you just have your video game player like in the lobby, like hanging out at the store, like he's never gonna get
You'll never
any
get those
better.
upgrades.
Right. You gotta
Yeah.
go and go through all like the crazy voyages and journeys and like get all the upgrades, you know, get all the scars and stuff like
Yeah.
that. For sure.
I can't wait to see like what upgrades like we get throughout the years. Like just mentally, especially like you get more mentally resilient. You're not able to be so reactive. Like that's why MMA played a huge role in my journey because like before I was number one, I was really afraid all the time. I was scared of anything. I would never go out. Just like maybe to a restaurant here and there, but I would never step outside of my comfort zone. And MMA gave me that like confidence, and then you kind of guided me towards my faith also, like, hey, come to church, all that stuff. I was like, okay, knowing that I have a purpose, God loves us, and He loves every single one of us, and I know that we're growing and heading towards the direction that I want. Every time I step outside of my comfort zone, every time I do something that scares me a little bit, but that always makes me more mentally resilient. And and yeah, dude, it's awesome what can happen when you don't allow that fear. You have a strong why, and then you just decide to go on a journey to see what's out there in the world. Yeah,
I think it's kind of like, you know, when you're like so rooted in your faith too, and you know that like you're gonna get to wherever you need to go at the end.
yeah,
It's like, how high would you shoot if you knew you weren't gonna fail?
yeah,
You know, like where would you like try to like what where would you set the bar? Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being like super timid or like, oh, maybe I'll just try to do this. Like if you knew you
do
weren't
a
gonna
little hop.
fail, right? Just
Yeah,
like let's run
just
it, man. Let's
yeah,
go.
man, just run it.
Uh,
All right. What is one thing that you want men to remember you by?
um, I think like if anything, you know, I would want other men to view like if they get to know my story, I think that like no matter how far you've like drifted away or like how far you think you're down, that you could just it's always just one choice away to turn it around and become that person that like you need to be and the person that like your family and like other men need you to be as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I really am taking on that warrior in a garden mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would like to be trained and like dangerous and like, you know, if anything were to come up, like I could handle it.
Yeah.
But I want to be like that loving, caring person that's like motivating like other
Yeah.
men
True.
too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like not be like super soft. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
sometimes you need to like to tell your friend like,
Yeah. You
hey, you're
beat
kind
yourself.
of being a soft. So like,
Yeah.
you
You're
know,
being soft.
for sure.
Yeah, man. Oh.
So I think just like that and like, you know, it's a weird line to walk
Mm-hmm.
like these days.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I feel nowadays a lot of men are a little too soft, and they have this huge ego though, where they think that they're the that they can run the world basically, and like MMA is a great way of checking that ego. Like, hey, you're not that hot stuff, right? Like you get punched in the face, you're like, oh, that ego goes
right,
down.
right, right.
You're like, yeah,
I
man.
remember the first time like I went in the gym, I was like, yeah, you know, then like Mackenzie just like judo threw the shit out of me, and then it
Oh,
was just like an ego like equalizer. Like okay,
yeah, it makes you rethink your whole
right,
life. You're like,
yeah.
this chick just freaking how?
I
Uh,
think like the funniest part about like all of it too is that like it's so intimidating like walking into the gym and
mhm.
stuff like that. But like once you actually get to like know everybody and
Yeah,
stuff, you're like these people are
they're
so sweet and like some of the nicest people I've ever
yeah,
met. You know, like Juan, Brad, Vinny,
yeah.
you know,
Like you see
Mackenzie,
all the
like
dudes with tattoos, you're like, oh crap,
right.
I'm in like a prison camp or something, and they're gonna like cut me or shiv me. But no, they're the kindest, most genuine people that you've met, and they're so willing to help you. Like they don't tell you, hey, you suck or anything. They encourage you. They push you to do better because I feel like a lot of us have been in a similar situation and we want to help that person. So I wish all men would at least learn some kind of martial art so they can get that ego check, but also learn self-control.
I agree, man. I think that like through the physical violence
Hmm.
that like a lot of us that are at the gym are like in a better place like mentally
Hmm.
and also like spiritually, and like we wouldn't have grown to be maybe such productive members of society if like we
Uh,
didn't have that, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Because I think it takes like a certain kind of person to
Mhm.
really want to go and do that, you know,
Yeah.
and just like get paid to get punched in the face like
Yeah, like
during the week.
deliberately go there to get beat up over and over again. Like be choked out, get punched, get kicked, and like
I think that's just like what life is though too, right?
it always beats you down. So like you might as well go train to be able to know how to counter it. So yeah, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful art, I'll say. If you all right, let's say there let's say there's a young man out there, you know, he's struggling right now. He's been he's at his lowest moment right now. What is something that you would want to tell him to encourage him to tell him like, hey man, life gets better.
I mean, like, encouragement is just like, it only take you so far, right?
Hmm.
Like, if someone else lights a fire for you, it's gonna burn very shortly.
Hmm.
I think that like the best thing that they could do is just start to be like, show themselves like discipline and like do simple things like fix their diet, start to become in good shape, and like after that, like start to just progress your character to be better, right? Like I think that a lot of people will just continue to be depressed or like sad or whatever, you know what I mean? But like if they want to stay there, then I think they deserve to stay there, which is maybe
It
kind of
sounds
a
mean,
strong,
yeah.
yeah, it sounds like not
But
very
it's true.
nice, you know, but like if you want to be better, then do it, you know.
Hmm.
Don't wait for anyone to like motivate you or anything. I think that discipline is the best form of self-love,
Yeah.
you know, and I think there's no better motivation than to be like my
Bettering yourself.
parents went through all this stuff so I could be here. Like I should make them
Right.
proud. Like what's my family name? Like who are the people around me that believed in me? You know, and I think that it's super important just to kind of like put all of these like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm sad.
Quit
Like
telling yourself you're depressed.
yeah, like the more you reiterate that to like your subconscious brain, it's just gonna like revert back to that.
Mm.
Like I think you should just see the person that you want to become in the future and slowly just like in your head be like, what would they do? You know? And then like you continue to act on those like situations, right? You're like, what would he do? That the person that I want to be in the future, what would he do in the situation? Then you like continue to do that and you make that choice, right? So you're like choosing that. And then after a while, like you just become that person.
You slowly start like
Right.
unfolding all those layers.
Right. And you just
Yeah.
become that person. You don't have to think about what they would do. And then you like wake up, look in the mirror, and you're like, this is great. I love my life. I can't even believe I was
Yeah.
depressed or sad.
Overweight.
Right. Right.
Like,
And
yeah.
like also like just knowing that God is here for you, dude. That has been like a huge thing for me, for sure. I did like a lot of those like little like scripture videos or whatever to
Uh,
like for like a long time, man. And I'll probably get back to those, doing those. But like that was a huge thing, you know, like then having like having faith for sure.
when I was at my lowest, I I went to the gym and everything. I slowly started taking steps, but I was still always so depressed. And one day after leaving the gym, I just told myself, like, I'm doing all these things and I'm still sad. Like, I'm choosing to be sad though. Like, if I really wanted to be, I don't want to say happy because, like, when people say I just want to be happy, it's like Do you really? I want to feel like I have a purpose in this world. Like and helping others has made me feel like makes me feel fulfilled. So that is what this whole thing has really, I want it to be about. Just guiding men into figuring out what their purpose is, feeling that sense of purpose that we all have honestly longed for. Because I think every man just wants to feel like he has a purpose.
For sure. I think that as a man, that like that's what we've done throughout history. Like we've gone out, like got a treasure or hunted and like brought it back, and then they're like, good job, you know. And
like the whole tribe was like, yeah, they're back.
Right. You like lost an eye and like a couple fingers, but you came back and like you helped your tribe, and everyone was like, good job. And you're like, all right, cool. It was worth it. Let's go do it again. So I think it's super important to have like a purpose driven thing that's like bigger than yourself. So then like when you do feel sad, that you're like, my
purpose is greater than
so much bigger than that. Right.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of like,
and like, are we supposed to be happy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, be happy like all the time. That would suck.
Yeah.
You know, like gotta enjoy life. Like
the struggles.
Yeah.
Are the things that like afterwards you're like, oh man, that felt good. That's what gave me that drive to like, I don't like this feeling. I want to do something about it. And Andrew Tate says this all the time. Like, do you really want to be happy? It's like, no, as a man, you're meant to struggle. Like, and that's how we are forged. Like, through struggle, through those failures. That is how we learn. And, like, we've been told over and over again, like, the failure is bad. Like, and it really isn't. That is where you grow. That is where you learn. And then that's how you become stronger. Like, whenever you get punched in the face with a jab, like, oh, just stay there or learn from it and just move your head to the side.
Right.
Or step back.
Like find the next, like move, the next best move on the table, take that and just keep going with it and just run with it, right?
Just run with it. A lot of men don't take that step.
It is sad, dude. And I remember like when I was depressed and fat and like I wanted people to like feel sorry for me or something, dude. Like I wanted to be like I wanted someone to be like, it's okay, like blah blah. And like if you like you shouldn't have people in your life like that. Like your friends should be like, dude, get your stuff together. Let's go work out together. Let's go to church. Let's start like reading Proverbs. Let's start finding like what structure is going to push us to be like better human beings, you know? So I feel like that's super important in society, is that like being good people, like having good people and being a good person, right? Like,
but not being soft.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, what stops a bad guy? A good guy, right? That's stronger than him. You know, I don't know. Find something that fills you. But like, if you go to work, you provide for your family, you see like, you buy stuff for your kids and like your wife, and like you have a good family, you're raising kids, like that's fucking awesome, dude. Like I would think that's like kind of one of the greatest things about being a man, is being able to bring other people happiness, right?
Yeah. It's not so much of being always happy yourself, but seeing other people, have you made them happy with your hard work? Like that makes you content. Really. So yeah.
But like I totally know what you're saying. Like just the work grind, come home from work, then
just like this hamster wheel.
Right. Like what's the purpose?
I never really got to like walk out into this world and like meet new people. I was always in this little bubble, just me, that person, and that's it. That's all I needed. And stepping out was like a huge eye opener. Like, holy crap, there's more to this world. There's so many people that I still need to meet and interview and everything. It's like, holy crap.
And I think it's like awesome that you're starting this podcast, because I think there are like a lot of confused young men out there, dude, that are like, man, I should have this figured out by now. Like I'm a failure. Like I'm depressed. My life's getting out of control. And I think that I know that like these videos, I think you should 100% continue to do them because like it is 100% going to help someone. Like one of us is going to say something that's just going to resonate
with somebody.
somebody, right? And it's just going to like have the snowball effect, you know what I mean? Like each one of us has a tale of struggles, and like God gives like us the opportunity to only, like our story only has the power to be able to like touch
Certain
some,
people.
yeah, exactly, like, you know. And maybe it's not going to be me, it's not going to be you, maybe it's going to be the next person or whatever,
Or the
but
next person.
right,
So,
and
yeah.
it's just going to continue though, and their spark is going to be ignited, and then they're going to start doing something, and it's just hopefully going to be like a generational thing of like uplifting men, because I think that's really is what is missing, is that like dudes, like actual bros, not like woman man, where it's like I don't, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like soft dudes that are just
Right,
oh, it's okay, bro. Like they
like
cry
oh,
together.
like this guy, he follows Jesus and God, but like he
He can throw
is
hands.
right, he can throw hands, like he
Yeah.
fights MMA, like he's got a he's a manly man, like whatever, you know. And then he sees like, okay, also he's like protector, he's a servant, like, you know. I think that's what is missing from like male role models, and like
We
what,
don't have the right
right,
role
like
models in this world.
hell yeah, dude, like, you know, Hulk Hogan and like Macho Man Randy Savage, like there's nothing like that anymore. Now it's like very few. And
Yeah, like even the movies that we watch nowadays, they're like the man is a soft one, and always like a woman is the one that like saves the day or whatever. I'm like, what has gone on with this world? Like, what are they trying to feed us?
or they're like taking all of our male like role models and like throwing them in jail, and like I don't know, that thing that was all going on with Andrew Tate and his brother or whatever, you know,
Like,
like
yeah, we can't have this. It's too dangerous.
right, like I know listening to a lot of their stuff when I was going through my shit was like,
That is what kind of like, whoa.
right, like why do I feel sorry for myself? Like I shouldn't, like I should just change this.
Yeah. It wasn't like a soft, oh, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay if you feel sad. Like, no, do something about it.
Right, like
Yeah,
let's get up, let's go to war.
go to war. David Goggins, like, just go for a run. Run 20 miles and then see if you're still sad.
Right.
But yeah, dude.
I think just like hearing the stories of like,
Other men that are like doing something.
for sure,
They're going through pain, like deliberately. And then they become the man that you, like the fancy cars, the money is like, sure, that's nice, but it's like being grounded in whatever you believe in. And like for me, my three pillars are like every man should provide, protect, and lead. Like I think that's what every man should at least try to live by. Like that's what we're called to do, or meant to do, and there's not many like that in this world. Just complain and cry. And it, it, like even at the sauna where at Edge, like some guys will be complaining. I'm like, I can't handle this. I used to be one of those guys. It's the saddest thing. It's like, oh man, I'm sick of complaining. I wanna. My life is not going the direction that I want it to. Like I need to do something about it. And that's what every man should do. Like don't complain, don't cry about it. Just
go look in the mirror
Go
and be like, why is my life like this?
like
Oh, it's
what did I do?
right, exactly. Now don't blame anybody. Look in the mirror and be like, my life is shitty because I chose it, and then fix it. And then you're gonna be like, look in the mirror and be like, my life is great again because I fixed it. You know, I think that we need to be responsible for our own life, right?
Exactly. Like nobody tells us to do anything. Like sure they'll tell us, but you get to decide whether or not you get to do it or not. Like if somebody tells you, "Hey, do you want a drink?" Like, "Oh, he gave me a drink, so I drink it." It's like, no, you could say no.
Right, right.
Like
Yeah,
God
yeah.
gave us free will, but yeah, you could decide to either do good or do bad with it. Every man has decided to choose comfort and being happy, and it has slowly brought this world to allowing feminism to kind of just like explode and be like, okay, now all these women are doing really good in their industries and everything. They're getting that bag. They're getting all that money.
And we're like,
I'm
I'm
not.
not against that. I don't think you are either, but like,
No, it's just like it has made some women a little bit delusional, a lot delusional to be honest. And
we're getting canceled already.
yeah,
We're getting canceled
first
already.
episode and we're getting canceled because we're talking about feminism. Oh,
I don't
man.
need no man.
Yeah.
Go out there, build that road.
Build that road. Oh, is your car broken down?
Right,
Where do
right.
you take it to? Not a girl mechanic. Yeah.
But if there was a good girl mechanic,
I have nothing against it. I have nothing against it. It's
right.
like in reality, everything that is in this world that's built by men, you're led by a man, because women tend to take decisions more on based on their emotions. And for men, like it doesn't matter if you're sad or angry, like you need to decide like, okay, who cares if I'm sad? What is the best outcome for the people? Like you'll put your emotions aside, and that's what a lot of men should be good at. Some are good. Nowadays, not a lot of men are. The days that I feel like not going and I end up going, and a lot of men can probably relate to this, is you feel so accomplished. Like, holy crap, you feel like on top of the world almost. Like, I did it. I felt like crap. I was tired from working all these hours, but I still managed to go, and I did really well.
I think it's just those small victories, right? Like taking all those small victories and then just piling them up. And whenever you're running low on fuel,
You get this, like David Goggins says, a cookie jar.
yes, sir.
You put a cookie in there, and then at the end of the day or month or whatever, like you just have this whole bowl of cookies. And like we all want this huge win, but we don't realize that, like we need to take these small steps that are gonna get us to, where we want to be. And yeah, a lot of people have to break it down in order to get to where that dream is. So for me, it's gonna be one video at a time. Like one video, making it better, finding out how to make it better. But it all starts with that first video, that first step. And it's how it goes. There's no blueprint. There's no one there to kind of grab you by the hand and be like, hey, this is what you need to do. It's like, no, you need to make that decision. Like you said, you have to want it. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I take full responsibility of everything that's happened in my life, and now I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
You'll have your brothers there to encourage you, but at the end of the day, like they can't do it for you. Like they can't hold your hands up or anything.
Damn, I feel attacked.
No, me earlier. You're yelling at me. Hey,
Put your hands up.
Put your hands
I
up.
don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, keep your hands up.
I was watching my last fight, dude, and I was just like, no.
Like you thought you did good, and like you look back at it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you won.
For sure.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C plus, like C plus, right?
Okay, C plus.
Right.
Still passable grade.
Right.
So yeah. Oh man. When is your next fight?
I'm not sure just yet. We were looking at cage aggression in October, but coach was like, hey, you want to do October, November? I was like, we hungry, let's get a few good meals in and eat a little bit, maybe put on some muscle, and stack the weight up and then make the cut again, right? Yeah. Probably so. Looking at like November, hopefully. God willing, and coach and everything. So it'd be sweet. Yeah, dude. And I'm like super happy that like I ran into you and that like I've seen like the progression of who you're becoming, and I'm really happy that like we decided to engage in friendship because like we're both men of faith. Like we, I don't know how long it's been for you that you haven't drank. For me, it's been like 2.5 years now, I think. So it's like super cool that we're like on the same journey, but like
slightly
a different one. Right.
Like we always collide on something, and it's similar: faith, training, wanting to be men of discipline, and wanting to provide and be good men. It's like everything slightly different, but it aligns in like so many ways.
Right.
So yeah, find those brothers.
Like I'm super proud of you, dude, because I remember like when it was like me, you, Eli, we all did like those videos in like the Starbucks or whatever. It was,
Oh, man.
dude, it's crazy just to
Yeah.
see like how much all of us have progressed because we
Yeah.
would do like those monthly meetings or
Uh-huh.
whatever and stuff. We should probably like get back to doing stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I'd really want to.
But it's like the progression of
Hmm.
each one of us is just we're like
Yeah,
totally different people, you know? And it's
yeah,
whatever. I don't know how
it's
long it's been. Maybe like
like
a year,
a year and a
maybe.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, oh wow. Time flies by. That's one thing that I realized. That is the one thing that kind of made me flip that switch and say, you know what? I'm not that old. I'm 30, but it's like, how long am I gonna keep telling myself like, oh, I should, I have this idea. And I'll just sit down with a friend and just have a good conversation. And I was always putting it off, like, oh, it's not the right time. Like, I don't know much about social media, but I was like, you know what? Who cares? Am I gonna keep telling myself like, oh, one day, or is it gonna be day one? So yeah, man, just
That's,
sometimes you gotta just pull the trigger.
I think so too.
Yeah, you might let some people down, but at the end of the day, if you succeed and you show them your works, like they'll be proud of you and be like, holy crap, you know, maybe it was the right decision. So yeah, thank you.
Acted, not verbo, right? Like actions, not words.
Actions, not words. Mm. Thank you, Marco, man.
Like, yeah.
I appreciate you for being in my life, guiding me, telling me to, stop being soft. I remember that conversation in the car. Oh man, it was the worst conversation, but it just opened my eyes. Like, yeah, like sometimes we stray away, and we need that brother that's like, come back here, kid.
Dude, like you've done the same thing for me too, though, on
Yeah.
like many accounts, bro. So
Oh, I
like,
know.
thank you too. You know, I think it's like you're saying, find the like-minded people, stick around them, and like do your own separate things, but like keep your tribe strong, right? You are who you hunt with.
Yeah, like have all these little tribes, but they all connect to one thing. That's having a faith in God, having that strong brotherhood, and like we always help each other in one thing and this and that, and it's beautiful. So hopefully men out there kind of open their eyes and say, you know what, I want to find brothers like that. I either want to train MMA or I want to step into church for the first time. So yeah, man, thank you so much. It's been an honor to be able to train with you, call you whenever I'm in need of something, and that you always being there. So thank you, man.
Anytime, bro.
Appreciate
Heck
it, man.
Strengthen on up. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Subscribe. This has been the journey to greatness. First of all, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I created this podcast because I know that every man out there has a story that can help a young man out there who is struggling. So help uplift them and show them that there's hope through your struggle, how you've overcome it. And the only way that it's going to reach him is if you like, comment, and share this video. And remember, your past doesn't define you. Your journey does.